Yo, let's go. Estoy en vivo. ¿Para qué lo va a tirar ahí? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can hear me well. It should be sounding really, really good today. Probably a little bit too loud. You guys let me know. Welcome to the Synth show on the Tactical MIDI channel, weekly stream. Today's Saturday. No, it's not Saturday. Yo, today's Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Around there. I'm always late. Anyways, that's a Puerto Rican thing, being late everywhere. What's going on, Twin Cities Oxygen? And we're gonna start with I really like gassing a lot. So today we're gonna start secondhand market watch. This segment here is brought to you by me. And the website is gonna be reverb.com, and we're gonna search here and let's see what's going on. I mean, let me see. There's some let's see if we can find here the deals and steals. This is based on my recent activity, so I'll be watching all this electron stuff. How's it going, DG Addict? Let's see. Sorry. I was choking earlier. Big time. Let me put my face here right quick so you can see me here. Now you can see me. So we're watching here. I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if anybody has tried those color boxes they sell here. There's a person here, and let me know if the microphone is sounding good or if it's too loud for you. I was watching a little bit of James Dyson this morning, and he just got a new Leviathan, and we have here one on the secondhand market already for $1,509. I'm really gassing for this thing right here. I really am, because it's a really special synthesizer. Even though I already had the ASM Hydra Synth, I already know their type of craftsmanship that goes into this. Thank you, DG Addict. The type of craftsmanship that goes into the Leviathan, and well, the Hydra Synth is the only one that I had. It's top notch. All this pots and all this stuff is very, very, very high quality stuff. And I was watching James Dyson's channel, and I was going crazy, bro. I was like, oh my God. And you know, and you can tell it has the analog filter on it, and it sounds a little bit better than the Hydra Synth regular. And here we got it for $1,509. It doesn't say. We'll have to calculate, but these are the things I've been watching lately. We got here a Dreadbox Typhoon for $369. We got here the Sonicware sample track for $220. Make me want to snatch it. We got the Roland JP8080 synthesizer module. I wonder how that sounds. I haven't checked that out yet. I got the Oberheim OBX8 for $2,290. That's not bad. What's up, Synth Samurai Productions? How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. We got the Evil Pet second-hand market for $440. That's a good snatch right there. I think I'm gonna get this. Also is on my radar for gas. You also have a TR1000 for $2,276. That's a great value right there, man. $2,276. You can't beat that right now. I almost choked before starting the. So I was gonna start exactly at 9. I started choking on something I was eating. I couldn't start the stream, which is crazy. You got the M Wave FM. Tons of value here, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm gonna snatch this too. This is a very intriguing. You know, guys, I do the synth car and the synth car, and you know, I do the right here the electron tone work, and this would be very nice to have next to the tone work in a very light setup, vehicle setup type of uh waiting for the missus to come out of the hairdresser or something like that. If you're in some situation like that, you go and explore some sounds. Look how tiny this is. It's just amazing. uh it's gonna be a little bit not that great for people that have problems with reading and their eyes. Probably got to get really close to see that, but for most of us that have good vision, that's not that bad. You know, it's tiny, but it doesn't look bad at all. The colors are amazing. It'll fit your outfit. Like if you're wearing orange, you can buy this orange color one, or if you're wearing purple today and you want to hang out, and we got some purple for you right here. And you know, it matches your clothing, probably your shoes. If you have those baby blue shoes, you can get one of those. And that's cool to see here. Brand new, $73 with free shipping. Also, the attic needs the tone work right, right. You know, um, we got the Electron Digital. This is a great buy, even though it's just a 4 voice synthesizer. I got mine for around this price. I got it for $350. I took a gamble. Mine didn't come with a power supply, and I just went with it as if whatever. Just buy it and hope for the best, and it was perfectly fine. You can see it's right here. It's perfectly fine. It's right here, and it works just fine. I just changed a couple of the knobs so it looks kind of cool. Um, Yeah, Blairy's B Lab. Congratulations on your 1,000 followers. Ladies and gentlemen, if everybody doesn't know, whoever's watching for the first time, here, uh, we got Blairy's B Lab. He just made it to 1,000 subscribers. Visit his channel. There's very cool stuff in there. He is working on the Electron Dark Trinity project that is working on, and he has a series of videos where he's making on his live stream an album just made with the Dark Trinity from Electron, which is the analog rhythm, analog 4, and the octatrack. Is gonna be an amazing album. He's working on that. Hopefully he'll finish it soon, and and that's how it goes. And nice to see you here, Larry. Um, yeah. So yeah, this digital 8 voice. if you have, if you want to have, let's say this the digital. I know it's 4 voice. It's a little bit limited. You can work around, but if you have other boxes that you want to control via MIDI, this is the box to get because you get a total of 16 CCs that you can control with the sequencer and with the knobs up here. So if you want to go crazy with this sequencer controlling your CCs on your external hardware, that's a great bet for you. Okay. um let's see what's up over here. Let's go back. We're just watching what I watch and what's up on the watch. I don't like, it's cool to have vintage synthesizers, but I'm not too much of a vintage guy. I kind of like vintage sounds, but not all the time. Um, Yeah, I'm always on the watch for newer 2000, 2010 stuff. I was checking out the virus. Uh, you got more Electron Digitac 2 over here. Oberheim TO5 for $1,200. And you got the Oberheim over here, the original for $3,000. What is that? Moog Minotaur for 380. Not bad if you want a bass synthesizer. And you got the machine drum here, which is the older Electrons. I don't know if I should buy one of those one of these days, but I'm not sure if I want to go back to that era. I went really back when I bought the Electron. I really did go back in time a little bit, 17 years basically. And it still works just like amazing. And you have a lot of stuff. What is this? A Dave Smith's P12. I've never seen this. If anybody has any information on this thing, what is that? Dave Smith's Instruments P12. It looks cool. What would this be? Is this a mono synthesizer? Wow, very interesting. Anyone know so any cool synth stuff in Tokyo besides 5G store? I might get the Synctac Samurai, but it cannot be now. Right now, I'm dealing with back to school right now. Back to school took a big chunk. I got three boys. They're all big now. So I take a big hit. I took a big hit this week. I gotta take it easy. I got enough here to play with, but the Evil Pet here for $410, that is not bad. That price is not bad. Overall, we have a great selection this week here on Reverb. I was looking at this Access Virus stuff. I'm also very interested in the Access Virus, even though they're older. I'm very interested. Now, that's the section for today, where we already gassed up pretty much on the used market. And now we're going here to the synthreport.com, brought to you by the Synth Samurai himself. We're just gonna read a little bit of the oh my god, the headings that we have over here. So now with the Matrix Synth, we got Duet Cello and Synthesizer second demo ambient performance. Then we got the Atrium Whimsical Raps first jam. Then we got Sequential Oberheim Summer Sale. Save up to 20% off on synths only in the US. Polyevolver Keyboard Synth Song. I don't know what that is. Korg Op6 Deadmau 5 style ARPs. UAD Eventime Harmonizer and Techno Baby. And we have Synth Anatomy. More Pittsmore Modular Lifeform SV2 semi-modular synthesizer will be released on August 11th. Yeah, we got more stuff coming down the pipeline, ladies and gentlemen. First patch Flute Monster. What is that? I don't know. What is a second chord? And that's another topic. Hampshire Electronics Vulcan MK2, a 24 voice analog and digital polysynth in a module. That's very interesting right there. A little night music with the Sequential Prophet Rev 2, and so on and so forth. These are the top things here. The rest are way older. That's 5 hours ago, and the other ones, yeah, we got more stuff, but these are the main highlights here on the synthreport.com. Let me say that shout out here to Echo Craft. Echo Craft, how's it going, Echo Craft? I had something in my mind and I forgot. Wow, interesting. It's been a cool weekend. I have done a lot of things. I just worked on a reggaeton beat, which I'm gonna show you guys in a minute here, just on the tone work. I want you guys to hear the quality of the audio and the sound. You guys are gonna like it. I think we are hitting a higher standard uh, when it comes to gear with Electron and their newer stuff. I'm trying to think right now. I forgot what I was gonna search next. Oh, we're gonna go and see what's up in the Electronauts. Let's see, the electronauts.com. Let's see if there's any new stuff. No, there's nothing new. And I talk a lot about Electron because that's basically what I'm running in my studio at the moment. I will be bringing in a newer synthesizers to the game, and we're gonna make new flips to our studio, like make different setups for different styles of playing. Because these machines, I got enough to make probably multiple setups and different combinations. That would be awesome. Not just to have all the gear connected at the same time. If not, we can have like combinations of three or two, boxes, or a box with a synthesizer. That'll make it awesome, especially when you have these samplers. So each sampler can be accompanied by a synthesizer, right? So the sampler can use and relieve the synthesizer and copy basically the sound that you make on the synthesizer, and then you're gonna have the synthesizer free to do whatever you want. So that's a way of working with it. Like the analog 4, you don't need to that much, but because it has four voices. But if it's accompanied by a sampler, it'll make our lives easier. So we got the analog 4 1.55. We had the Tonework 1.3.3. If you haven't updated your Electron Tonework, you should do so. It's working pretty stable at the moment. And the SyncTac 1.4a. And then you have some sound packs that came out not too long ago. And that's pretty much it for now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. There's nothing new. I was thinking about a couple things. I was thinking about we're gonna go back. Let's go back here to reverb, because I was thinking about, I know Synth Samurai has it, and I'm really like into it, and I think I might get it too. This is another thing on my radar, which is the multi-poly, but exactly desktop. All right, let's see what's up. I don't know how to write. Let me see, Korg M. Nope. Here we go. So they have the Korg more multi-poly, but I want the rack mount one. And though these prices are pretty high, you got $755, the cheapest one you can get. It's $83 off. Brand new, you can get it for $949, and B stock for $855. So it's around $700 to $800. I am very, very interested in this unit too. One thing I haven't seen is Synth Samurai. I don't know if you have done it, but this can play four parts. You have four parts on this synthesizer, not just one big part. You can have four parts, and they're fully open with other oscillators per each part. And you just gotta watch out how much polyphony you take. But that's very interesting. EchoCraft has a question. Can you name all the Electron units you have? I'm not familiar with them. Well, yes, sir. I can show you right quick. I have a couple units here. Okay, so On the upper left hand side, we have the analog 4, which is a four voice analog synthesizer, four voice analog synthesizer with 4 tracks of mono synthesis. And you can use, like, you can combine all 4 voices into one voice, and you can do chords like that. But it's mostly used like, it's like having 4 mono analog synthesizers with 2 oscillators with sub oscillators. Each one of the oscillators has a sub oscillator and one noise oscillator too at the same time. And that noise engine, it has different types of noises. It has like a dial where you can dial in the color. I'll show you right quick. That's the noise that it produces. And it sounds pretty nice. This synthesizer, I recommend it. If you don't wanna have 5 different mono synthesizers, this could be the one that you can have, and you can have 4 different voices, and it will take most of your sonics already done here, and it's fully analog and it sounds great. On the bottom left hand side here, I have the Electron Analog Rhythm. This is a 8 voice analog drum computer, not drum machine. It's a drum computer. That's what it says here. It's a 8 voice analog drum computer and sampler. So you have the ability to sample. The only limitation of this machine is that it has 1 GB of storage inside of the unit. It should be plenty. I say get the basics. Like, if you're gonna use this with samples, you can just get, like, smaller kits where you have the basic, really good sounding. You don't have to have that much. I tend to put a lot of samples in my machines, and I end up using just probably less than 5% of them. And this happens to everybody. But yeah, this is the analog rhythm. Sounds very good. The famous cowbell. And then here in the upper center piece, we have the Electron Octatrack. Is a 8-channel sampler. It's like an 8-channel sampler, right? 8-track dynamic performance sampler. So it's a performance sampler, basically, and you can use it for performances or remixing, or you can use it as a mixer, or you can use it as a FX box, or you can use it as a resampler. You can use it as a sample chop machine. You can use it in so many different ways. It's just endless. This one of my favorites right now. Right now, this machine here, it does things. It's just that, you got the limitation that each channel is a mono channel. It's not like the Tonewerk that is polyphonic. So this one will not do, like, what you call that, subtracks on them. Then here on the center bottom, I have the Electron Tonewerk, which is the newest machine that Electron has. This is basically a polyphonic sampler. It's a polyphonic sampler and also a synthesizer, because it's a sampling. It provides sample synthesis. Other than sampling, it can do synthesis with samples, and it uses also It also has a wavetable synthesizer in it, which is basically a sample. The wavetable is a sample. So it's very, very up to the times. It sounds very good. And then here on the right hand side, I got two more units. I got here the Digitone, uh, and the Electron Digitone is very nice. It's a what's it called? Polyphonic digital synthesizer, but it's a FM synthesizer, and it sounds like this. Sounds very nice, very metallic, very icy, like something that you will feel like the coldness of it. And it gives you really nice sounds, really nice electric pianos, bass, the basses that it can give you. It can give you really good drums. Now it's a machine that you have to work it. Is that you gotta have to learn how to work with FM synthesis, and that's part of it. In on the At the same time, it's simplified FM synthesis because they took their machine and they basically made it in a way where you're hitting like sweet spots of the FM. You're not going into the weeds with it that much. Like you're not going into the realm of not getting like tone like it. I don't know if you ever used FM synthesizers like the Volca FM or something like that. That one will get, because it's more open to to stuff, and it's different. The algorithms here, I don't know if you can see that, but the algorithms, you have 6 different types of algorithm, and there's not too much it's not like FM, what you call that? I forget the name. The Yamaha. It's not like the Yamaha that has like really vast stuff in there. Like it's very more simplified FM, but it does the sound. It sounds awesome. It's one of the loudest machines that Electron has. It can get really, really loud. That's one thing I say. It can get really, really lo-fi too. That's one of the characters I like about it. It kind of has that grit on it, and right now it's cheap, but I know in the future people are gonna go back to this, even though people are getting rid of it or whatnot because it's only 4 voices and it's not 16 like the Digitone 2. But I believe people are gonna go back to this sooner or later. They're gonna figure out something with this, and they're gonna say, "Wow, let's go back." And it does also MIDI out. You got 4 MIDI outs with full CC implementation on it, and it has 2 LFOs that you can use with those MIDI CCs and do all kinds of weird stuff per step, which is awesome. And then the last piece of gear that I have here is the Analog Heat Mark 1. This is not the Mark II or the Analog Heat Plus effects. This one right here, it's a great finishing tool. It's a great finishing tool. It can also help you drive some of these drum kits. If you feel like your drum kit is not hitting, this will warm up your sound significantly. So here at the bottom we have clean boost, saturation enhancement, mid drive, rough crunch, classic distortion, round fuzz, and high gain. And it sounds really good. It also has an equalizer with a low and high equalizer, low shelf, high shelf. And that's to basically give that extra 5% at the end when you're finishing your beat. You want to add that extra 5% shine to it and a little bit more bass roundness. It will make it rounder. It will make your sound thicker and fuller, and it will bring up the heat. And then on the bottom down here, which you can't see, but I have down here the last part of the chain, which is the Behringer 369. It's it's a leveling amplifier. Basically, it's like a limiter. It has a limiter and a compressor, a dual stereo limiter compressor, right? And that one, I use it to give my mix glue. It glues the mix. It makes it more even. So you get more loudness out of making it more even. It just rounds up a little bit, and it gives it a little bit of depth to the sound. And that's the rundown of my studio at the moment. Yeah. So I was working today. I'm not gonna take too long. Um, I was working today on a reggaeton beat, and this reggaeton beat, I think it sounds pretty good, and it came out right now. I have 7 patterns on it, which sound pretty good. Let me shout out um to Tone Smith. Shout out to Tone Smith. I was watching his channel, and I'm looking at these purple colored mutes. I'm like, what is that, man? What is the purple mutes? What is that? You got green mutes, but then you got purple mutes. The purple mutes are awesome, bro. This is like, if you guys are familiar with the MPC workflow, the old school MPC workflow, it's like this. The old MPC workflow lets you do either our 4, 8, 16, or 32 bar sequence, right? And then what you do is you can multiply those sequences, and after you multiply those sequences, you can mute, and you basically do the arrangement per sequence, right? And then after that, you can play the whole sequence in a chain, which is awesome, because what happens is that sometimes you start a beat and you don't want to stop the beat. You want to keep building the beat until you get all this fat beat, and then you multiply that by 6, 7, 8 tracks, 8 sequences, and then you go with these mutes, and then you can take or leave in stuff that you want or that you don't want on that sequence itself. And I'm gonna show you that. I did that earlier. It took me like probably an hour. Very little mixing, very little. I don't touch too much my mixes unless it's needed. I don't like to put too many things on my drums. I just like to make them tight, and that's pretty much it. And let's hit play on this thing. We are at tempo of 95, and we're gonna start from pattern 1. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Wait a minute. What is that? That's why. I'm sorry. That's not supposed to happen. Wait a minute. Because I put this effect on the master channel so I can do effects and things like that. And that effect got left open. We'll start it again. I'm sorry. Let me figure this one. I want to make sure. All right. Okay, we're good. All right. right, let's do it again. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the song. I hope you guys like that one. Yeah, it was a little loud on my headphones. I don't know about how they came out on the other side. I hope I didn't blow your speakers. Um, yeah, the toner, Electron Tonewerk, very versatile on its own. Very cool to use with other machines. Um, yeah, man, I can't be more happy than there, right? Other than that, I don't know what we got here. We're sticking with the reverb and stuff because I want to see. They have a thing called deals and steals, and that'll be it. Um. Oh, I wanted to show you this thing. Hold on one second. Yes, and it's very fascinating that I I found this here, and it's some guy. He's building cool stuff. Uh, what's it called? Saturation, something like that. Let me see. Analog saturation. Okay, here we are. But I'm looking for, yeah. All right, I'm going to show you guys right quick. This is pretty cool. All right, this person, there's a person here. He builds custom made transformer based which is crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen this. And let me show you. You see that? That's a little metal box with I don't know, something from a long time ago, I guess. And he turns these little metal boxes into like a signal warmers, like for warming your signal. And you see he has different ones with different types of old school transformers. And this is a Swedish transformer. And these are stereo boxes, as you can see, and they're pretty simple. You just feed your signal into it, and the more signal you feed it, the higher the signal, the more it will saturate your sound. And it's awesome for, I don't know, for crazy saturated stuff if you're feeling like saturating your sound. And I'm gonna play this. I hope the sounds comes through. I'm not sure. Okay, that's with no transformers. I'm gonna make this quick because I don't want to stay on this guy's video forever. And his name is what? Senor or Funkinos, something like that. So you see here on the screenshot 0 dB. So that means that you gotta pump it in. So this is at 4 dB. Let's hit play right quick. All right, now let's put it more up. Let's take it to 8 dB. Now that's 10 dB, and then he'll take it to the point where 10 dB plus 10 dB. Start to distort now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it with this one. It doesn't saturate that much, but it gives it, if you have good headphones on, you can feel how the bottom end, it adds a lot of bottom end to your sound. And the prices vary depending on what type of stuff he got in there. This one is the amazing Mexican 90A. 90A43. He doesn't have videos on all of them, but let's see how he pushes this one. Let's get it all the way up here. You can hear that. That's a 12 dB. Yo, I like that one. That one sounds really good. Which one is this one? That's the doggy. The other doggy. That's the amazing Mexican 984323. That one sounds really good. That really crunchy one. Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Tonesmith in the house. I say, so they are just transformer boxes. Kind of cool. Yeah, I feel like this is very practical. This is a very practical way of I don't know. Like if you have a really like, let's say you have like a, I don't know, a small box, like uh like this guy right here. Let's say you have, let's say you have this guy right here, and this has distortion, but it doesn't have. There's something, the distortion that this has is not that great. But imagine you get something cheaper like this running through that, and you will make it sound like $100, probably the $238 more. um, and I also been looking at this guy, this other person that makes this one. I don't know if you guys seen this. And this is crazy. This one has everything. This one has a much more. Um, you have the UV. It has here a little screen which shows you, shows the wave or whatnot, and then it's the heater, and it's not cheap, but I guess it's really good because the price, they're not selling it for that price just because. I think it sounds good. This is the back of it. Got left and right. It's a stereo, heater plus analog mix bus enhancer, preamp plus preamp, saturation, spectrum analyzer, and it's analog XLR. What do you think about that? That's really cool stuff. And it's like, I think it's like a 3D printed case type of thing. And they have these ones that are a little bit cheaper. And this one is Patronics, the heater, analog mix bus enhancer, harmonic coloration, saturation, and glue for your mix, black box. I I don't need it. I have an analog heat, but there's different flavors for different styles of music, and you can get other flavors of saturation. So Tone Smith says, I built a pedal recently and hadn't thought of building something like this. Well, it's very interesting. I don't know too much about electronics, so I'm like very like ignorant about it. I don't have any background on any type of electronics, but I do listen, and when I listen, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Let's see. There's a video on YouTube about this, and I guess I'll cut it out. I guess. Come on. There's a video. Oh my God. What in the world? It took the wrong thing. Come on. Here, copy that. Thank you very much. Okay, so here it is. You know, this channel is not like nobody pays me for this stuff. I'm just doing it for the love of the game. You guys, this is for your curiosity, and I hope you like it. I don't know if it's not fake. It's real stuff, and he sells it through here and through Etsy.
Heater Plus. Now the Heater Plus is a very unique piece of hardware. The heater itself
Hold on one
adds
second.
a nice subtle glue to your.
Hold on one second. I think I have this through.
Huh. It also gives you harmonic coloration. Now what's unique about the Heater Plus is it has the preamp saturator built in. So you can kick in the preamp saturator.
Can you hear that?
And add a little saturation, distortion. So let me show you how easy it is to use. Right now I'm in Cubase, and I'm going to simply insert the heater piece of hardware, okay? You can do this in any DAW. In my case, I'm using RME interfaces, and I'm just taking channels 3 and 4 out and coming back to 3 and 4 in. This is
Okay.
the music in bypass.
Please don't ever find me. If you find me, my miserable start, and tell me I'm sorry. I don't know you. They say when I am dreaming about you, I'm really.
So you can see that the heater gives you a spectrum analyzer, and it gives you some feedback through the meters. The LEDs are showing you DC current. So let's kick in the music again, and I'm going to add the heater.
Please don't ever find familiar stranger. Not my friend, not anymore.
So now we've introduced a little bit of saturation, a little bit of distortion.
What I see, haunted by mystery. Do you dream in black or white? I don't remember your voice, but when I hear it,
Let's
I
kick it in
die.
again.
Nobody's written.
So with the harmonic coloration, it really makes the lows pop just with the heater in. Now let's kick in the preamp saturator. And let's really give it some. So you hear, you can really push those transformers into nice distortion. What's really cool about that is you can use the heater on a parallel bus for drums, guitars, vocals, bass, and you can bring it up as much as you want. It gives a really nice saturation and distortion effect. Let's listen to it in bypass. Let's kick the heater in. Again, just giving it some nice blue and pulling us in. Some nice harmonic coloration. Alright, let's kick in the preamp saturator. Now the preamp saturator lets you control the left and right side separately, because let's say you want to use it for something other than the 2-mix. You could have a bass guitar on one side and a guitar on the other. It's very versatile.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up.
Only other time do I realize I don't remember your
So
voice.
that's
When I
subtle.
hear it,
Just a
I
little bit
die.
of a little more.
Your words tear me apart, and I
That's out.
close,
That's it.
save my soul.
Out.
I'm broken. What is lost?
Yeah, that's definitely adding depth to the whole thing. Is adding more bottom roundness. I think, yeah, like, wow. And this is like a rabbit hole of stuff that is coming up from people that, you know what I mean, like from people that are doing this on the side. I think it's a great way of doing it. They have this one input and output transformer. This guy also, this is Clipper Saturator Color Box, and this is a different one. This one has a clipper. It's a little bit, well, it's pretty much in the $300. What else? This one is very interesting. It's a little bit more expensive, but it sounds even better. This one has Neve Belclair TF 116 analog transformers, Clipper Saturator with diode distortion, switchable color box, mixing and mastering. And this looks crazy. It's like a lunchbox. Look at that. It's like a rusted box. And they give you a rusted box with old vintage transformers inside of it. You know, this is all handmade stuff. I really find it. And here's the, you see how, I don't know if you understand what's happening here with the, it's basically clipping and it's making it like what, like if you were, it's like fattening, like reducing all the transients into like one big fat sound, which is what people like to do. I guess that's what's happening here. Yeah, well, that's crazy, right? I think they're onto something. These are pieces that probably this person will make, and they will not be forever. These are cheaper ones. There's a vintage military transmitter transformer. There's a Day of the Dead stereo analog dual diode distortion saturation. So he got cheaper ones with cheaper parts, of course. But I'm intrigued by the other boxes that, as you can see right here and right here. I don't want to go through all of it. We'll be here all night. I'll let you guys watch that on your own time. But it does intrigue me the way, like this one right here. Like, this is crazy right here. Look at that. Ain't that something crazy? Something that you will have on your desktop. You're sitting there. Some crazy shit like that. Is it like a bomb or something? Looks like a bomb. Yeah, instead of paying like super high prices for a little bit, because a lot of people buy these preamps just to have saturation. So they, I don't know the equivalent of I don't know the equivalent of if this does what a big ass thing that you can have down here, a preamp like a big 1073 just to distort a little bit, something a little bit, and then you spend like what, like $2,000 on a 1073 just to get a little bit of saturation. And saturation is basically like harmonic distortion, analog harmonic distortion, I guess. It brings out the harmonics on the stuff. This person who is doing this, let's see if we can go into his site. He must have his own page here with all the stuff that he got, because he even had like a summing. Let me see, Alex Gear Locker. He has a summing mixer here. A vintage stuff too. Here. Right here. He has this is called Passive STC Diode Transformer Summing Mixer Saturator for mixing music and audio. So if you're willing to explore weird stuff like this, it does do some summing here, I guess. I just don't know. And these are the diodes, I guess. Or yeah, that's crazy. Let me see the chat. Said put the link in the description. Oh yeah. A big part of old analog gear sounds, it's transformer. You can get a lot of that tone from just the transformer circuits. I want one with busted transformers and stick with bent stuff inside to really mess with the signal up malfunctioning analog device kind of way. A bunch of different mismatched burnout tubes and whatnot. Well, that's the idea, is to, this is like just extra. Like when you're in the phase of finishing your thing, or while you're, I don't know. I think about it this way. When you got your beats made, this is after you got your beats made, and you want to bring a special character to your music or to your drums or to a certain type of, I know these boxes have it, but there's something that this has that the distortion built in on these boxes don't have. And that's why I find interesting. I guess we are hitting the end of the road here. I don't have too much to speak about. I don't want to speak on the gossip, the YouTube gossip. There's a lot of YouTube gossip out there about there's a lot of press play YouTubers. There's a lot of press play YouTubers. Some YouTubers, I'm just gonna say it because you know, they're right about this. Like, if you're a beat maker or a producer or whatnot, it's pretty cool that you at least show a little bit of your work, even if you find that your work is a little bit weird, or you feel like when you're working making music you don't want people to see it because you might feel weird about it. That's the thing. Just show it off. Who cares? Like you know, your process. So show your process. It makes you more credible than just going on YouTube and pressing play on something and that's it. It doesn't satisfy, and then it brings like a lot of mistrust. And it's not us, the little ones, like the big ones. So there's a lot of gossip about that there. I don't want to say it. No, I don't want to say. I don't want to catch heat because I'm a little channel, and I just don't want to get into it. But it's just pretty much, it doesn't affect me because I don't pay anybody for any consultation type of stuff or any of those things. But if you like, my advice would be like, if you're making, if you have music and you're telling everybody that you're the shit, show some of your process. Get down and dirty. Make a beat on a live stream. You know, do it. Let's see how it goes, because you know there's a lot of scamming out there, and there's a lot of people coming out that they're saying, yeah, I made that beat, but he takes credit for it. And that's sad, bro. That's the saddest thing I can ever hear from a fellow musician, is that a fellow musician worked hard on something and they don't get credit for it. That's really messed up. That's the most messed up thing I can ever hear about somebody. And not cool, bro. Like, if somebody made that beat for you and you ran it through your stuff because you have a big YouTube, you have a big studio with a lot of stuff that you can do, and you have friends that come and help you, like, you know, do engineering, and you know, you're taking all the credit. Just you know, it's pretty cool to shout out the people that put in the work to do the composition. You know, say it like, yeah, you're a producer, and producers produce, but there's somebody making a composition. Just give them, because people think that because a person is a producer, people think they're making the composition, and you gotta have, you know, two distinct things. A person can be a producer and not make their compositions, and that's normal. That happens. But you know, I don't know what else to say. I think it's sad, you know, to do that. It's a little sad. All right, peace out, Echo Craft. And with that, I'll leave you guys with that. Just keep making music. Keep practicing. Good night, everybody. Yeah. Let's go.